Super. Hello. We are live. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to another webinar. Today's topic is going to be really interesting. I'm going to provide you with practical information to help you enhance your SEO strategy for this year. So we're going to give it a couple of seconds before we go ahead and get started. But in the meantime, let me introduce myself. My name is Patricia Boral. I am with Boral Agency. I've been in business for over 12 years, almost 13 actually, in a few months. And I love helping businesses uh, find that strategy that works specifically for them. Right nowadays, we are inundated with so much content, so much information, so much of everything, right? Ads everywhere, everything of everything hitting our face every second of the day. So how do you stand out, right? That's precisely what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to give you some strategies to help you rank high on Google even though they change their algorithm every time, right? Like every 3 months, they're making a few changes, they're making core updates. So, how do you even keep up with that, right? So, today I'm going to give you 5 strategies to help you adapt your SEO strategy. Don't worry, you don't have to completely erase and start from the beginning again. No, you just have to start adapting, adding more to your current SEO strategy. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to give you 5 tips to stay ahead. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you a bonus tip as well. All right. So let me share my screen. I was already sharing. All right. Yay. Now I'm a small head, a talking head. Alrighty, so staying ahead of the algorithm changes. Of course, as always, before we go ahead and get started, please make sure that you're following us on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, or Instagram, whatever you prefer to use to consume content. Make sure that you follow us. I imagine you already follow me on LinkedIn at Patricia Boral, but I encourage you to also follow our company, Boral Agency. The reason is because we share more marketing tips there. And just remember that also every Wednesday I post a video regarding marketing. So just make sure you're following me there so you can get even more content on marketing. So you can really make sure that you're staying ahead of the curve. But most importantly, you are not just doing something that perhaps is not necessarily something that is good for your company specifically. Whenever I'm sharing content, I try to be as objective as possible because my goal is for you to make sure that you are adapting your strategies for your specific business, for your specific audience. Because what's one company is doing, even if it's a competitor of yours, doesn't necessarily means that's going to work for you or that's going to be relevant to your target audience. My goal is that you find what makes you different and makes you stand out so your strategy gives you and yields you a better return on investment. All right, so enough is enough. I think we gave enough time. Let's go ahead and let's start with the algorithm changes that you need to make sure that you are paying attention to and you are adapting your strategy to stay ahead of all these algorithm changes. And with AI, trust me, they're coming more frequent than not. So, number one, let's start with user intent and experience, user experience optimization. Now, what does this mean, right? Because when you're thinking user intent, user experience, right? We have to remember that Google is a company, right? Bing is a company. All these search engines they are a company who provide a service for users like us, like you, um, that is literally trying to provide the best results for whatever search that you're putting in the little search box, right? So that's what user intent means. You want to make sure that you understand as much as possible about where your customer is, what's their journey, like where are they standing on their customer journey? Like, for example, are they right now looking to just be aware of their problem, or they're already looking for other vendors and other companies to provide a solution for their problem, right? Or perhaps they're already ready to make that decision, right? So that's going to give you their intent. So when they're searching, right, when they're putting that keyword, is that keyword tied to a question like how to solve this problem, or is this query attached to a finding a solution already, like who can help me fix this problem? So that intent is what Google now is prioritizing, right? So it's kind of like what's the intent behind every search people are doing? Because that's going to give you, for Google, they're going to provide companies and results that are going to be able to serve their customers, Google customers, which again is you and me, us. It's going to provide them with their service, which is the actual search that they were looking for, right? So have you, for example, have you ever been doing a search and then you go and land into a website that you thought it was going to help you with whatever search that you're doing, and it has nothing to do, or it was not related, or they were trying to sell you something completely different than what you're looking for, right? So that means that you're going to the little back button or close that website and go back to your search and try again, correct? So that website is going to have a negative ranking because the keyword that they had attached to that page didn't match the intent of that user that landed to that page. So the more bounce rate, like people bouncing back to their search, the more bounces that you have, the lower your ranking is going to be. So you really want to watch for that. And now the user experience basically means how people are navigating. How do they feel when they go into your website? And I always like to think of this as, imagine you're walking into a store, and I know as time progressed, we're going to use less and less retail stores, which is kind of sad because I like to go around and look at the things and touch them. Um, but whenever somebody is like walking into a store, you have usually somebody greeting you at the door, saying hi, how to help you, blah blah. Like, and you can have either a good experience or a bad experience. Like sometimes you go to a store and they are like asking you so many questions that to a point where you're like, leave me alone, please. Or you either leave the website, right? So they're being annoying. And other times, you have a customer service that's really going to help you, give you the space that you need. And then whenever you need help, you reach out to them and ask them questions, and you actually end up making a purchase, right? So that experience, whenever it's positive, ends up on you making a purchase, you taking action. The same happens on your website. If somebody goes into your website and they are not having a good experience, they're not finding what they need to find, they're not going to take any action. They're not going to watch a video that you have there. They're not going to click on the, whatever call to action that you have. They're not going to download anything. They're not going to basically connect with you at all. And you want to avoid that because you want to make sure that when somebody goes into your website, they feel connected, they get engaged, and they are actually taking action and a step forward in that customer journey, right? So this is going to help you align if you actually just apply this tip in your company, like, okay, sit down and think, what is my user intent when they are searching for my services? Okay, and what keywords are they using when they are not aware of the problem? When they are aware of the problem, when they're ready to look for vendors, when they're ready to make a purchase, when they're hesitant and they don't know. What keywords are they using for each one of those stages of their journey? And create content and create pages and actual give them that information so when they land into your page, they actually find the answers to their questions, right? Okay, next we have That's tip number one. Hopefully, I have enough time today. All right. So next we have, there you go, long form comprehensive content. I invite you to really invest in creating content that is not just a little blurb here and there. And trust me, I'm already listening, like I'm already hearing you say, oh, I don't like to have too much content on my page. I hear it all the time from customers because they think that it's going to look too much, it looks too bulky. But I challenge you to think about yourself when you are trying to find a solution for a different problem. Let's say you want to build a pergola in your patio, right? And let's say you want to do it yourself, right? But you don't know what you need to buy, if you want to buy a prefabricated pergola or you want to hire someone to come and do it because, DIY is too hard. So you're going to start consuming content and you're going to start reading blogs, watching videos, and reading about it as much as you can before you make that decision. The same happens with your customer. Even if you have a business to business type of company, let's say, honestly, it's even worse if you have let's say you are a fabricator or you sell strainers for the oil and gas industry, right? People are going to make sure that they're looking for, oh, is this going to help me with these specific specifications? Is it going to help me with high temperatures, with low temperatures, with this type of environments? They are going to start looking for that content. So the way you need to put the content on your page needs to be able to answer those questions. You don't have to just create content for the sake of content. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm asking you to really think about, okay, what is the question my customer has? And really, go in deep with that topic, and become that subject matter expert. So they trust you and they trust your opinion. And they're going to be able to um, create, oops, I almost dropped the light. They're able to create that connection with your company, with your brand, and with yourself as well. I almost dropped my light here. Alrighty. Next we have, well, of course, AI, right? I can't tell you to stay ahead of SEO and the algorithm changes without telling you to leverage AI. Um, AI is really changing the game for digital marketing and for many industries, right? It's disrupting many, many, many industries. And the way it's moving forward so quickly, right? Like, man, like a few months ago, you wouldn't even think that it was going to learn to actually make a good picture, because I remember when when they were starting to show the pictures and you will see that obviously it was made out of AI and the eye was bigger or whatever, and now you have a hard time recognizing which picture was made out of AI or out of a person that actually made or took that picture. And it's going to keep getting better because machine learning, it's fast, and it never stops, right? So what that means is that you can leverage that AI because, again, it never stops. It's 24/7. So you can leverage SEO tools that are integrated or that they have some sort of machine learning integration to help you research for content, to help you learn more about the behavioral changes that your customer is doing or your buyer is doing way before. You can start feeding these AI tools that are available out in the market different reports, statistics, so they can actually provide you with analysis, with results for you to pivot whenever you need to pivot, or for you to create a specific type of content that's going to help you connect even more with your audience. Now, AI is a very delicate topic, in my opinion. A lot of time people think they're either for like forward thinkers that, oh yes, I want to do everything AI, or you have the opposite, right? I don't want to even touch AI, completely all human connection, only human to human. And quite honestly, you have to find yourself in the middle. You have to be able to leverage AI while still giving that human one-on-one. And some trends even say that human interactions are going to be now the premium interactions moving forward. And you can start seeing that, especially with some financial advisor firms, right? Like you can get like an AI assistant help you build your portfolio and whatnot. But if you want that human interaction, then you have to pay extra or the premium. So you're starting to see it in some industries, and honestly, it's going to propagate to more industries. So again, you don't have to wait for it to come to you. Start leveraging AI, feeding that information, getting those analysis, technical audits. Oh my God, you can tell even ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, look at my website, put the link, what do I need to change? And then you take that information, hey, hire an agency, you can hire a freelancer, whatever it is that you need to do, and then you can implement those changes, right? Now, granted, AI can help you predict trends, can help you analyze your competitors, it can help you analyze and optimize your content. It can really assist you on creating all of this and optimizing all of this. But again, at the end of the day, you are making business with other humans. So don't rely blindly on AI. You're only using it, like leveraging AI to make decisions, but don't use it 100%, right? So make sure that you're combining that with someone that's reading that and making those decisions before you just copy paste. Okay, next we have, uh, mobile. Honestly, mobile optimization at this day and age, it's kind of sad that I have to say it, but you still find those websites where it's not loading up on your phone, or it's just not fast enough or responsive enough. So if that's one of you, please, please, please stop this video and go fix it now. Please make sure that your website is optimized both for mobile and for voice search, right? Because mobile is not only going to continue in, to increase, right? Like how many people are even managing their entire business out of their phone, right? So mobile is not questionable anymore. Optimizing your website for mobile is a no-brainer. You have to do it. You have to make sure your site is responsive. It loads really fast on mobile. But now you need to make sure that your website is also searchable with all these voice search assistants, right? Like think of it as Alexa, Siri, and all of these voice search. And even ChatGPT now has a voice search side of it. So if you want to show up on those results, guess what? Your website needs to be optimized for voice search, because the way you type things is very different than when you have to ask for it, verbally, when you have to actually say the words, right? When you're typing, you may type like cut out sentences, right? Like you can type voice search optimization and that's it. But when you're asking the question, you will ask the whole question, like, hey, how can I update, or hey Siri, how can I update my website for voice search up, right? And you're gonna get a different result. So if long tail keywords used to be important already in the past, for voice search optimization, long tail keywords and question based queries are a must to be able to, to be relevant and to show up and rank on Google or any kind of search engine tool, to be able to get found and to be able to rank high and drive that traffic to your site. Now, when you're thinking about your website, I need you to think about it not as a one pager, because I hear it in my industry. I hear a lot of times people think that, oh, I just want something simple, just one or two, I only need, one or two pages for my services, and that's it. So if you're only going to do one page website because you only do one thing for one segment and that's it, then okay, that's going to work, but it's going to work for one specific campaign. If you're looking for your website to start generating content by itself, where you don't have to constantly be running an ad campaign tied to that website, then you need to create content. You need to add and make your website a robust site. So that's where you start adding all of these SEO strategies into your site. And lastly, I want to emphasize on semantic search engine optimization, which is basically using like synonyms, right? Think of it as when you are searching for a marketing agency. When you're searching for a marketing agency, maybe you'll search for, digital marketing agencies nearby. But maybe someone will start looking for an advertising agency or, video marketing or a specific like social media marketing or social media agency. So you have all of these other related keywords, right? So when you're choosing your keywords, you have your main long tail keyword, but then you have to have a list of, I honestly recommend around 30 related keywords, right? What I like to call related keywords. And related can be synonyms, can be other ways of saying the same thing, related services. Like, for example, if you're thinking about Apple, right? So you have the iPhone. So people may search it as an iPhone, Apple phone, or they may search for like related services for Apple, right? So you used to have the iPods and whatnot, right? So think about all the related keywords, and this is going to help search engines understand the context, right? It's kind of like you're describing a person, and instead of saying, oh, yeah, this is Patricia, and that's it, you're saying now, okay, this is Patricia, she's the owner of Boral Agency. Been in business for 13 years. She loves to talk about SEO and everything related to marketing and video marketing, and she loves to help businesses do this. And you start adding more and more related to that main keyword, right? So that main keyword is kind of like repeated in all of those other ones in a way or another, or it's related to that. So hopefully that helps you understand. I know it's a little bit hard to understand sometimes the semantic optimization, but it really is important to think about how to connect in other words. And this goes again, if you're thinking on the different stages of the journey your customer goes to. Um, they are going to use different type of words, different type of keywords. And so they're all kind of like related, right? Because this semantic search optimization is going to help you with the user intent, right? Having mobile and voice search optimization is going to help you with the user experience, right? Like the semantic and user intent is going to help with the long form content or vice versa, right? So, and AI is going to help you kind of like choose those keywords based on the trends and where and the changes in the behavior of your buyer. So as you can see, everything is kind of like connected. So it all kind of makes sense, right? So it really is, SEO is not that it's so complicated, honestly. It's just very taxing, right? It's very time consuming. You have to constantly be on top of it. It's something that you need to be consistent. You can't set up your SEO campaign once and then forget about it, because trust me, in 2 months, that's not going to be relevant anymore. So you need to constantly be updating your site. You need to constantly be adding content, optimizing the speed, optimizing the content, the search, where you post it, looking for backlinks. So it is a lot of work, right? It's not hard work. I mean, hard, like complicated rocket science type of work. It's just a lot of things and steps that you need to follow, and like a lot of like little dots that you need to put to make sure that you are actually ranking on Google or any other search engine platform. Okay, so now we are reaching the end. So I'm going to give you the bonus. The bonus, prioritize video content. And I know video is something that I've been talking about for quite some time, and it continues to like increase in search, popularity, and optimizing your website for video search and for video content is really going to help you rank higher. And actually, Google, I believe it was 2022, or 2021, they made a core update on their algorithm where they are prioritizing websites that have video content on their websites. So that is going to, number one, help you rank higher, right? But it can dramatically help you engage with your audience better because let's face it, right? We like to watch videos, hence why you're watching this video perhaps. We like to we like to be able to just watch something while we're doing something else, perhaps, or we have that in the background, or while we are driving somewhere. It's video content, it becomes a great way to dramatically increase the engage on your website and engage just that, make that connection honestly with your audience. And the great thing about content is that you can post it on your site, but you can use that video content across platforms. You know, think about YouTube, think about all the social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, like everywhere. You can post that content with the links, with the keywords to your site, and everything is going to be tied together, helping you increase your ranking across platforms, right? Because social media is also sending ranking signals to Google. So it's going to help you rank better for you to have a good social media strategy, for you to post videos on social media. And YouTube is going to help you improve visibility of your website as well. And there you have it. When you are prioritizing video, though, I want you to think about going the extra mile. Don't just post the video and be done with it, right? Like, okay, my video is up. Okay, now I sit and wait. No, you have to also optimize your video, right? So make sure that you have your transcript ready. Make sure that you are that you enable closed captions, or even better, if you actually upload the closed captions, because it's not always 100%, especially if you have an accent like hello, like me. But when you are doing those transcripts, right? During this content, like me, for example, today, I've been saying a lot of great keywords that can help my content show up higher on Google search. So I can grab those and either create anchor text, create links, add even more. I can even create a whole blog post around a video that you publish. So there's a lot of ways where you can leverage from the video. But most importantly, you want to make sure that that video has the keywords attached to it. It has the keyword on the title, that you're optimizing those video titles, the description, all the tags that are going to go into the video, and that you have the transcript attached to that video as well. So there you have it. So hopefully you found this content helpful to you. And I will ask you for you to please, in return, if you can share this content, make sure that you're following us. And if you're not sure why your SEO strategy is not working, you can also request a free kind of like SEO analysis. Just go to our website and contact us. I'll try to put it on the comments. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I think I can put it on the contents on the comments. So I'm going to put the link on the comments for you to be able to ask for a free website report, for you to find out what do you need to change on your website so you can rank higher on Google. And this is going to be completely complimentary, no strings attached. You can get that report for free. And again, I encourage you to reach out to us, follow us on all the social media platforms, and I hope to see you next time on the next video. Thank you for joining. Let me stop sharing. Bye.